What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Bubble for Bassin'. We have a special guest today, old Picnic himself. We're going to be doing a monster bass unbagging, which is right here in Picnic's hands. This lucky bag right here is going to this lucky gentleman right here. So this is May's monster bass bag, and we're going to get right into it. We're in the northeast region, and like I said, it's May, so these are baits for post-spawn, which means that the bass have already spawned and they're going to be guarding fry and most likely eating everything. So for the first lure out of this bag, old Picnic's going to hand me the lure and we're going to see what it is. So this is a B8 Labs. I'm not exactly sure what this is. You take it out the package. I usually don't take stuff out the package unless it's like a worm or something to see the details. But this is a B8 Labs. I don't exactly know what this is. This is like a subsurface glimmer shad kind of thing. It looks like it kind of sinks like a rattle trap, and you can probably dart it around. I just tested it in the water and it sunk really rapidly, but it's got two treble hooks on it. They look pretty stout, and B8 Labs makes a really good crankbait, or a hard bait in general. But what you think, Picnic?
I think it's pretty solid. I think we, with how they're eating so much, if the shad aren't completely out of the water, they might actually go for this quite often.
I think so.
So it might be a pretty good bait to go fishing with.
I'm just going to leave all this stuff out the package so you can stick it right in the tackle box.
Sounds good.
Next up, we have some X-Zone 4-inch Pro Series Slimmer. These kind of look like a bait you'd put on a drop shot, actually. They got like a little nub tail at the end. And by the way, X-Zone has really good packaging, so their stuff doesn't get messed up in the bag. But you see this little piece down here? This will be great for having on a drop shot and just kind of have it wiggle around. If y'all can see that color right there, it's like a burnt pumpkin seed with like really thick copper and purple flake in it, and then it transitions to like a, I guess it's like a kind of like a blue shad kind of color. Like it's kind of like a blue satin kind of color at the bottom. I don't know if y'all can really see that, but these things are pretty dope. You get 8 in a pack, and you could probably do almost anything with these things. You could probably put these things as a trailer on the back of a chatterbait, but like I said, I just realized that it says for drop shots right here. Good call. What you think, Picnic?
I don't know. I think the shimmer on the bottom one would actually, when you're letting that thing sink and you twitch it once in a while, once it flips over, I think it'll catch some fish's attention, most definitely, especially with the sparkle on.
Now, these things are really cool. They're made by Deep Creek Lures. It's a Carolina shad, watermelon candy. Check these bad boys out. This is a full pack. Hold that. So this is like a Fluke almost. It has just a normal standard like wiggle tail back here. It's not forked like a normal, Fluke would be, but you got a split belly here to keep your EWG from getting hung up on stuff when you Texas rig it. You got the main watermelon body color with green, purple, and like a orange flake in it. But it's pretty sick. That's also a full pack. How many are in the pack? You got a 6 count. What you got to say, dog?
I don't know. I think they look just marvelous.
Scrumptious.
Very delicious. The bass is gonna be like a little worm.
Let me eat that. I'll eat that.
Let me eat that.
All right, guys. So next up, we have a River to Sea ICBM. I don't know what the heck this is. It's like, dude, the lure weight is exactly 1.5 ounces. Like, are you trying to cast a cinder block across the pond? Like, what the heck? It says glide, walk, swim, and shimmy. I don't know who this dude is on the back. I've never seen him before, but this bait actually looks pretty sick.
Gnarly.
It's got the fire tiger pattern on it, and a lot of people know what fire tiger is, but for the people that don't know what fire tiger is, it is this sexy color right here. You got orange on the bottom, transitions from a lime green to a dark green with your fire tiger stripes and a black top. I'm pretty sure this thing sinks. I'm not exactly sure what this thing does, but it's got the River to Sea eyeball in the logo, which that's their traditional trademark. You got a freaking huge split ring up here, dude. So that way when you hook a giant monster, she doesn't rip loose. Treble hooks are real sticky, real stout, and if something gets hooked by this, you will not miss it. So I guess it's kind of like a walking bait kind of thing, but subsurface. I'm not exactly sure, but this lucky little thing right here is going to old Picnic, so we're gonna put her back in the package. What you got to say?
I don't know of many scenarios where I could actually use this, but in the scenarios I can guarantee you might hook some monster fish.
So if you're new here and you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button. It's right here on the screen. And we have a vicious fishing lure, which is pretty sick because
sexy.
Everybody knows vicious fishing with my channel. I'm sponsored by Vicious Fishing Line, of course. But if y'all see anything in this bag you like, there's a code in the description for $15 off your first bag, which $35 bag with $15 off, it's a no-brainer. So with this vicious fishing lure here, we're gonna get this bad boy out the package. Now I love red crankbaits, and I actually thought this was a square bill until I just looked at it, and I thought it was a square bill, but this is actually just a medium diver. I bet you this thing goes anywhere from 4 to 6 feet. And let's see what this thing says. The color is Vicious Craw. It's a SC70 tournament series. And I don't know where. Oh, 2 to 4 feet. I was off by 2 feet. Whoops. And oh, look, it's even got
gold speckles in it.
Gold speckles on the top, dog. Would you throw this?
Hell yeah, I'd throw it.
Alright guys, so y'all remember these little drop shot worms? It came with drop shot hooks to go with them. Now what makes these really cool, when I tie my drop shots, I tie a San Diego jam knot on my my hook, and I run my tag in to the top after it's already been ran through, so that way it stands my hook up. Now what makes these cool, when you put these through, like when you go to tie this thing, it actually stands your hook up on the line so it stays parallel with the line so it doesn't get draped or falling all over. So it actually stands your bait and keeps it parallel with the water column when you're keeping it like 2 to 4 feet off the bottom, which a 4-foot drop shot's pretty tall. I don't know why somebody would do that, but hey, if you want to keep it out of the weeds or something, if you got like a 4-foot weed section from the bottom, it might work. But this is a really good hook to actually stand your hook straight up instead of it just kind of falling over. So Picnic got him some hooks,
definitely
donated by Bubble Bass and Monster Bass. But what we got next? Ooh, we have a Mustad Scattershed bladed jig. Now I didn't know Mustad made chatterbaits. Well, chatterbait is the technical term. It's really a bladed jig. Chatterbait's a original company of the chatterbait, of course. But we're gonna see what this thing says. It says revolutionary new design features patent blade pivot system, premium skirt, Titan X ultra point hook, weedless design, double keeper collar. All right, so since I made all my own chatterbaits before, I know exactly what the heck they're talking about.
That thing looks mean.
I've actually never seen this kind of design up here on this blade, because the original chatterbait where the blade actually is hooked to the hook eyelet is patented. So traditional companies that actually make their own things, like Venom or just a mom and pop kind of guy out of the garage, you have to put a split ring to the blade, to the eyelet of the hook. Now this is a different kind of system. It's kind of like a ball and pin kind of thing right here, if y'all can see that. But you have the regular coffin blade with the holes, and then you have your snap right here to attach your line to. Then you have a big old triangle fat head on here, and then it looks like a natural shad kind of skirt. And then look at the lure keep right here. You see that? That gets the meat of the trailer you put on. And then you actually have a weedless keep right here. It just goes right behind the barb tip, and she's weedless. Now this is a really cool pattern. Natural shad hits almost in any body of water in the United States, but here in Virginia I know it'll get smashed. So with that being said,
alright guys, for our last and final bait in this bag, we got Big Bites Baits Tournament Series Fluke and Craw mixture bag filled with...
No, not to confuse y'all, it's not a Fluke and Craw separate lure in the bag. It's actually a mixture.
It's like a mixture of it.
Between each one in one lure.
And the color is Chick Magnet Swirl. It's got a really nice gold fleck with some purple flecks in there, guys. I don't know if you can see that. Really loose, feels pretty durable. Not really gonna snap off, but overall, I think it could catch some fish.
Show them the hole in the appendage too.
So it's got holes in it, guys. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's got holes in it. I guess to let water through and create that really nice bounce that they have in the water when you twitch it. Overall, I think a pretty nice bait.
So with that being said, we're gonna get up out of here, and there goes the hooks. All right, guys. So we're gonna fix to get up out of here. Stay tuned for the Venom lures unboxing, and we actually have another boat build video coming out soon. It's episode 5. We're going to be carpeting and plywooding and putting in some pedestal seat posts. And like I said, if you're new here, hit that like and subscribe button. And hopefully you all enjoyed old Picnic. He's going to be on the channel more as Rosie is looking at us
very ominously.
Really ominously with sand on her nose. So with that being said, we're getting out of here, and stay tuned for that Venom unboxing and the boat build. And hopefully I catch y'all on the water Saturday. So, peace.